Listen up. Come to the center of the room, please. This is a Shrutebuck.
So let's say you work for Dunder Mifflin and Shrutebucks really are a thing.
Yes!
All the money you have is in Shrutebucks, the salary you're paid is in Shrutebucks, which you spend on general cost of living, and whatever you don't spend, you save, still in Shrutebucks. You're doing the sensible thing here, right? I mean, 35% of the US couldn't cover a $400 emergency, so keeping money in savings is the smart thing to do, isn't it? Sort of. I mean, it's better than having no savings, but $100 today isn't the same as $100 tomorrow. Why? I'll let Creed explain.
This is about 2.1 million Shrutebucks. I'll take the cash, please.
Where did you get these?
I earned them.
These are counterfeit.
I found them. I'm turning them in. What's the reward?
No reward.
Listen, Shruti. Either give me the $200 or I'll flood the market with these babies, making them virtually worthless.
So wait, Creed can print Shrutebucks for himself, but once they're out there, the value of the Shrutebucks of everyone goes down. That doesn't really feel fair, but at least it's just a TV show, right? It's not like it happens in real... oh yeah, wait. And since the US dollar is the world reserve currency, what the American government does impacts us all, which is one of the contributing reasons for the cost of living going up so much in the past 2 years.
The least you can do is keep my salary consistent with inflation, right?
Okay, so now that we're in this mess, what can we do?
Why don't you explain this to me like I am an 8-year-old?
Here are 5 things we can do right now to protect the value of the money we already have.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
Okay, here are 5 ways we can make our Shrutebucks go further.
And then I just need you to sign here at this arrow.
What kind of mortgage did you get?
10-year.
Well, 10 over 30, so 30-year total.
What? What? You said 10.
10-year fixed, over 30, 30-year total.
Oh, 30 years.
Okay.
Wow, you'll be paying this off in your mid-70s.
All right.
Now this definitely comes with risk, but it's one of the most common ways the rich use inflation to their advantage. Good debt is basically borrowing money for something that will make you more money. A great example of this is a mortgage for a rental property. If we look at how much $500 was worth 30 years ago, it has the same buying power as $1,024 today. If we reverse this, we can see that $500 of buying power today was only $224 30 years ago. So with that logic, if you were to buy a rental property with a long-term mortgage agreed in today's value, you can assume that with inflation, the money you owe will be worth significantly less than it is now. So you borrowed money with a currency losing value to buy an asset that is increasing in value. This makes you richer, which is why it's called good debt. The same doesn't apply with car loans, credit cards, or other bad debts that actually lose you money.
All right, picture this. Snowy ash drizzles from the sky. A rabid pack of dogs surrounds you as the flame at the end of your stick dies out. There's only one hope left for you. The door to my shelter. You pound, you beg, Dwight, please let me in. But I ignore your cries and do not let you in. You want to know why?
Because of the sign that says no pounding, no begging.
No, because you laughed at me.
Now this is kind of an obvious one, but easily overlooked. We've seen the cost of everyday staples go up, sometimes double what they were 2 years ago. And when the price hasn't gone up, the size has probably gone down. So stacking up on things that won't go bad that you're going to use anyway to keep the value of your Shrutebucks is probably a good idea. I get it, bulk buying's got a bad rap with the toilet paper fiasco of 2020. Clearing the shelves so other people can't get any isn't the best idea. But going to a wholesale type place like Costco, for example, you not only get a discount for bulk buying, but also stack up on those cheese puffs in today's money, which should make your Shrutebucks go further, right?
Yeah, I noticed you've had a great year. Good boy. You turning that money into more money?
Are you referring to Alchemy?
The S&P 500 are the 500 largest publicly traded stocks in America. Investing in index funds that track the S&P is a great way to not only beat inflation, but also significantly build your personal wealth. So we already know $500 in 1992 is worth $1,024 today, but if you put $500 in the S&P 500 in 92 and forgot about it, it would be worth $9,861 in today's money, which is kind of ridiculous. Now obviously past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but considering this is so easy to do, it's kind of hard to ignore. I've got a whole video about this, so if you're interested, I'll put a link in the description for you to check out.
I'll give you 1 billion Stanley Nickels if you never talk to me again.
What's the ratio of Stanley Nickels to Shrutebucks?
The same as the ratio of unicorns to leprechauns.
Okay.
For the longest time, gold was currency. Every US dollar was backed by gold, which meant the government was holding the equivalent amount of gold that you could convert at any time. In 1971, Richard Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, which meant the government could essentially print as many dollars as they wanted without it being tied to any real-world assets. This is why when a country's currency becomes unstable, people flock to gold as a safe haven. This is one of the reasons that the price of gold's been rising with the Ukraine-Russia conflict going on. I personally don't love gold as an investment, but I can see why people see it as a store of value. But in recent years, a digital gold has been growing in popularity. Bitcoin is talked about as a digital gold. Only 21 million bitcoins can ever exist, ever. Nobody can print anymore, it can't be counterfeited, it's actually a scarce resource. And it's proved itself to be a good investment if you have a long-term time view. In the short term, it's incredibly volatile, which is pretty much expected from such a young technology. I personally prefer it as a store of value and an investment compared to gold, not financial advice.
I was never in this for the money. But it turns out that the money was an absolute necessity for me.
So an emergency fund is money you put to the side to cover living costs if you lose your job or get an unexpected expense. Think of it as a buffer to give you some breathing space in case something bad happens. But wait, isn't this video all about how worthless my Shrutebucks are becoming and that I should be converting them into something else? Well yeah, that's still true for most of your money, but you don't want to have to worry about the state of the markets if you need cash right away. We've only just experienced how our life can turn on a dime with the pandemic. That's why many finance experts recommend 3 to 6 months emergency fund so you have a buffer in case anything happens. As long as this isn't the bulk of your net worth, having an emergency fund still is a smart way to go. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. This is a new type of video. I wanted to experiment with something different. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what else you would add. And yeah, feel free to subscribe. You can always change your mind later. And that's all. Thanks for watching.